Well, hi Virgos, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your November reading. Wow. I've shuffled very well. I'm going to shuffle a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Virgos, let's find out what can you expect to come up in your life. If this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, it probably is not your reading. So I would check your moon sign. Your moon sign is your private and emotional self. So, Virgos, the Empress surrounds your entire reading. Male or female? These are all male or female. The Empress is here. You, my friend, if you're a parent, you're an excellent parent. You have some beautiful qualities about you. You're kind and thoughtful, considerate, loving, forgiving, giving. I mean, I can go on and on. So whoever you allow to come into your life that you want to spend the rest of your life with must have a lot of these same qualities, or it cannot work, because it'll be a clash. It'll be a clash of personalities. So be aware of that. Also, up here in your highest energy is the Eight of Wands. Communication. This can be through the airways. This is like, it could be video chat, phone calls, texts, emails, you name it. But there's a lot of back and forth communication going on. These are the two highest energy cards in your entire reading. So you and someone else is communicating. I have the Strength card right next to all that communication. This is a card for Leo. Leo might be strong in your chart or in someone else's chart around this reading. There is the infinity symbol. This tells me, so the energy, and your highest energy, is that you know what to do, and you're going to find the strength and the courage to do it. Now, it might be what to say, because it's right next to the Eight of Wands. And it's going to take strength and courage to do what you need to do. There's something going on here. I have Temperance next to the Strength card. Temperance is your guardian angels and spirit guides. They're trying to get you tempered, balanced. They're trying to get both your feet on the ground, one out of that waters of emotion, so you can make informed decisions and moving forward. They're working really hard to help you be balanced. But you know, part of getting balance is probably all about you knowing what you have to do or say, and saying it or doing it. I think it's saying it, to tell you the truth, being next to the Eight of Wands. I have the Fool card under the Eight of Wands and next to the Empress. The Fool card is about kind of like throwing caution to the wind, bouncing along with your head in the clouds, living in the moment. It can be a really fun energy, but I think you're recognizing that this might be the energy that you're in. And I think that you need to speak about it. I think you're starting to look forward. So once the Fool starts to look forward, they're looking towards more security and stability, instead of just dancing along with the head in the clouds. So I think that there's a conversation coming up with someone. Might be a Leo, might have Leo. Temperance is the card for Sagittarius, so Sagittarius might be strong in your chart or their chart or someone else's chart. And then I have the Justice card under Temperance is next to the Empress. This is the card for Libra. So Libra might be strong in your chart. And also the Empress can be Libra or Taurus. So that would give us 2 for Libra, if you want to look at it that way. But the energies are what's most important. So your sword is going up. You're becoming in self-protection mode. You're trying to get balance. You're right under Temperance. And you know you're trying to get yourself rebalanced. Maybe there was some sort of relationship here that maybe you leaped into a little too fast. But there will be conversation, and there are things that you know you need to say. I think to say and or do that will come out. I have the Nine of Swords under the Fool. So yeah, I think you have misgivings about, because the Empress doesn't normally live in the Fool energy, okay? So I think you have misgivings about this Fool energy, and I think that you allowed yourself to get into. It is fun in the moment, it really is. But you know, it always ends. Thoughts of truth and clarity going through your mind in your quiet times. And I think you want to come back to just being you. I have the High Priestess next to the Nine of Swords. This is the card in the tarot deck for intuition and knowing. This is right below your card, the Empress. So if you just pull back that pomegranate curtain and pay attention to what yourself is telling you, following your intuition, you're going to know what to do. You're going to have a lot of answers right within you if you have questions. So a lot of it has to do with being up in your head. I think you finally, it's like you, not maybe finally, but you've just figured out that this is not the type of relationship you're comfortable in, okay? And so your sword starts to go up. You find the strength and courage to say something because you've been in your head over this whole issue. The Two of Wands is next to the High Priestess. I think you want to move forward on your own. I think you're holding a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand and the world with another hand. I think you want to move into a new life cycle on your own. I think you just kind of like maybe, you know, leaped into something without looking forward, and you're having regrets, and you just want to kind of get it behind you and move forward. That's how I feel so far, Virgos. But let me take out the second part of this reading. Let's see what the second part has to say. Yeah, so I have the Eight of Pentacles up by Temperance. In your highest energy, this is focusing and working on building your stability and security here. Like putting your nose to the grindstone. You might bury yourself in your work to try to get through this, to try to become balanced again. And it's next to the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords, this really is looking back at whoever you like took a leap of faith. It's almost like what I'm picturing is maybe getting involved with someone at the spur of the moment. But you're looking back at them and you're gathering up truth and clarity about what really happened here. And looking back at them and you're like watching them fade away, and it's not really bothering you, you know. You're watching them fade away. You got your truth and clarity. You're burying yourself in your work. This was I think was a friend that this happened to. This is why you're up in your head. It's like there was a weak moment, you know, between the two of you. They are a soulmate. They're a friend, though, with love. So you're looking back at them, and I think you're both like, you do have feelings for each other. You are friends, and there is love there, but not the kind of love I think that you're looking for. I have the Seven of Pentacles next to the Justice card, and you get in rebalance, and under the Eight of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is about waiting for something to come to fruition. Waiting for something to bloom, and that is more like security and stability. I just feel like you're just waiting to find your place again, maybe with this, because you are focused on your work here. And I think you're really maybe in the middle of a project of sorts that you're waiting for it to come to an end, for it to come together, is what I should say. Next to the Seven of Pentacles is the Six of Swords. So yeah, you're moving forward. You're moving forward from, looking back here. And, it caused some rocky waters. This might be someone you work with who's also a friend, a good friend. But, working closely with someone, sometimes things happen. And I feel like that's what happened here. So you're moving away from rocky waters towards a smoother, more calmer place in your life. It takes a little time, it takes a little work, but you're doing it. And the truth and the clarity that you're picking up, you're taking with you. I have the Six of Wands next to the Six of Swords and under the Two of Cups. I feel like there will be success in whatever you were working on. And it will be celebrated. Okay, this is a card of celebration, and I think the two of you are both going to be involved in that. It's a complicated scenario, but I just feel like working together. Then you came together, and then you regretted it, and then you talk about it, and then you get on with it on finishing your project. And I think you remain friends. I have the Four of Pentacles here, waiting. It's like you've been on this project. It's like a project that you've been on for quite some time. Waiting to enter this new life cycle, waiting for a fresh start, new beginning. And it all hinges on this work being done properly, correctly, and getting it presented. So I think you've been in it for quite a while. You spent a lot of time with they became a best friend. They are a soulmate, and they do care about you, definitely, and you care about them. I have the Knight of Swords here. This is actionable. Sword is up for truth and clarity. And I think you're ready to move forward. You're rushing forward. It's under the Six of Swords here. So the truth and the clarity comes out about your feelings. And it's next to the Ace of Swords, so we really want to magnify that sword. It's under the Success. The two of you have an honest, clear conversation about everything that went down. It's a conversation. It's very clear. It's very honest between the two of you. Give me another. The Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, this is what happened. Male or female, you're very passionate, okay? You are the Empress. You might have, like I say, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius in your chart. They might have one of those in their chart. We have Leo and Sagittarius right there. So that gives two, if you want to start counting. But this is holding on to that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand. And it's like having passion for wherever you put your mind. You had passion for your work. You had passion for your job. And I think that your passions just kind of got carried away at one point in working with someone. And you're getting through it. The relationship, the friendship relationship is still there. And you will finish your project. Wow. I haven't had a reading like this in a long time, but it does look like it's focused around your work somehow. So Virgo, this was your reading. Thank you so much for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.